Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you some dinners I made this week to feed my family. So this week for dinner, I'm trying to use a pound of ground beef and this package of chicken breast and see how many meals I can get out of it. So for our first night, we're going to use half of this ground beef. But I also found some onions in the fridge, so I'm going to use probably about a third of this in here. And our ground beef, we're just going to brown all this up and cook those onions while we have our rice cooking over there. I'm going to add some taco seasoning to this, maybe like 1/8 of a cup worth. I'm just going to add a little bit of this taco sauce, and then just a little bit of water. Get that well incorporated, and then we'll let this simmer for a little while our rice cooks. So dinner's done. I've got my cooked ground beef with our onions, some cheese, low-carb tortillas, our rice, some lettuce that we're going to throw on in. I also have some hard shells in the oven. We've got our tacos, got our rice, time to eat. I found this garlic parm chicken recipe on TikTok, so we're trying it. They had no recipes, so I'm guessing. I added lemon juice, some Parmesan, the zest of those lemons, a little bit of olive oil, seasonings I'll have listed below, and then just gave it a really good mix. Once everything was well mixed and incorporated, let rest for at least 30 minutes. Now we're going to make roasted garlic. So I've got my head of garlic with some olive oil, some salt, a little bit of pepper, some Italian seasoning, and then I added some red chili flakes. Now we are going to wrap this up tightly because this is going to bake or roast in the oven with our chicken. To a 400-degree oven, we are going to bake our chicken and roast that garlic in there for about 30 to 35 minutes. When your chicken is almost done baking, we're going to start working on our sauce. We are doing some olive oil, some lemon juice, a little bit of Parmesan cheese with some parsley or fresh parsley, whatever you have. You can do a scoop of light mayo or I had sour cream. We're going to add in all that roasted garlic, smash that garlic on up, give everything a really good mix, and then we are going to put this sauce on top of the hot chicken. We went really simple with this. We paired our chicken with some leftover potatoes we had and a side salad. Today we are using up that other half of the ground beef. To our skillet, we're adding a little bit of oil and the ground beef with the rest of the onions that were in the fridge. We are just going to brown up the ground beef and cook the onions until translucent. Add in our seasonings, and once that's cooked, we're going to add 1 cup of chicken broth or beef broth with 1 cup of marinara. Give that a good mix, get it well incorporated. A 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Give that a quick mix so everything is well combined. We're going to add 4 ounces of whatever your favorite type of shells is. I did small shells because that's what I had on hand. You are going to want to make sure all of those shells are under the liquid. Simmer for about 10 minutes or so. Once the noodles are done, we are going to top with some mozzarella cheese as much as you like. Put the lid back on to let that cheese get nice and melty. This turned out so good. It's so easy to make. And you can serve it with some frozen veggies, some garlic bread, and enjoy. Tonight for dinner, we're making some fried chicken cutlets, some penne pasta with some broccoli. Got my water boiling, got this going for the broccoli, that going for the pasta. And over here, I've got just some all-purpose flour with some salt and pepper, got 1 egg and some Italian breadcrumb seasoning. I'm going to take my chicken through this, I think twice, and then let rest for 10 minutes. So one thing I'm doing differently is I'm going to bake the topping for my chicken parm. So I have my sauce, and I'm going to top it with some mozzarella cheese. And while I'm frying my chicken, this is going to go in the oven. And the thought is we bake this, we melt the cheese, and then my chicken stays crispy. So our oil is heated up. And now putting the chicken away from us and put it in, cook for about 4 minutes on each side. I'm going to try baking this at 400 for, I don't know, till the chicken's done. So our chicken cutlet is done. This is what our tomato kind of mixture is looking like. I am going to attempt, that did not work, attempt putting this on. Oh, yeah, this is not working. I have to try something else. It's not the prettiest, but it should hopefully help the chicken stay crunchy. And then we're just gonna pair it with our broccoli. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. If you like this kind of content, give this video a thumbs up. Think about sticking around, subscribing. I share a lot of budget-friendly dinners that your family will love. Into this week's dinners, I took 1 package of ground beef, that was a pound, and then I took 1 package of chicken breasts that I got from Costco, which had 2 chicken breasts in it. Now, for the ground beef, both those dinners turned out great. Who doesn't love tacos, and who doesn't love a hamburger helper? Both dinners made leftovers for me for lunch. I got an extra lunch out of my tacos and 2 extra lunches out of that hamburger helper. So that chicken bite dinner I had never made before, but I came across it on TikTok and it looked delicious. It looked incredible. I feel like I messed something up along the ways because mine did not look like theirs and it did not taste good. We ended up having like sandwiches for dinner. So what are you gonna do? But tonight's dinner, which actually I just finished cleaning up from, was that chicken parm. It's such an easy thing to do. Good protein, add some pasta, add a broccoli from the freezer, and you're done. You've got a nice balanced meal. Now, baking the topping to that chicken in the oven, never done it before. It was something I saw on TikTok, so the chicken cutlet could stay nice and crispy. And I will say, getting it out of the container to put the sauce and the cheese on, a little different. Not as smooth of a transition as I would have liked, but the chicken cutlet did stay nice and crispy. So that was perfect for me. We had no leftovers from that. And I only used 1 half of a chicken breast because it's just me and my son, and I didn't really feel like having leftovers of that particular dinner. I do have some broccoli left that we'll end up adding to another meal probably in the next couple days. Well, thank you guys again for joining me. If you want to share down below what are some of your go-to meals for feeding your family with what you got in your pantry and your fridge, leave me a comment. I'd love to check it out. But until next time, bye.